Indiana Jones is probably my favorite movie. Trilogy. Indiana Jones and the Star for Kings is a 2009 game that I played on the Wii once. It's a game that has a lot of QuickTime events, and QuickTime events on Wii usually means that you have to move your body a lot. It didn't work out. We had a falling out. So I ended up buying the PlayStation 2 version because I was getting sick of having a Stitch by level 3. The game is made by Artificial Mind and Amaze Entertainment. It's published by LucasArts, who also made pretty much every Star Wars and Indiana Jones games back in the day. On this channel, Dan the Nintendo fan originally reviewed Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb on the Xbox, which is a pretty good game. But does Star for Kings hold up still the same as that? Well, we'll see. So the story revolves around the Staff of Moses. You see, the Nazis are after it, because of course they are. They just take. Naughty Nazis. So Dr. Jones must stop the Nazis from acquiring said stick, lest they part seas with it, I guess. You start off in Sudan. Like every other Indiana Jones movie, you're going after some artifact in a temple. You're armed with a whip and a revolver, and most importantly, a fedora. There are booby traps to avoid, and of course spiders. Big, small, numerous.
Great.
To stop Indy getting swarmed by them, he must light a torch and swipe at them with fire. I wonder if that works for those people who are handing out brochures and stuff in malls. No, you can't ask me a quick question. Like seemingly every single game from this generation, there are a lot of QuickTime events. Some of them take place when Indiana Jones is running from things, such as his arch nemesis, the perfectly spherical boulders. In fact, I've still got my controller handy. You know, just in case. Help me. The game has a gun. Good. Continue. Anyway, as you're exploring the temples, you have some puzzles to solve. Some are to progress through the game, and others are just to find secret rooms that artifacts are hidden in. And the artifacts are just floating fedoras. The game's combat mainly consists of fistfights, as you would probably expect with Indiana Jones. You can utilize Indy's whip and revolver, but you can also pick up random objects and use them to swat at enemies. At first you kind of go through the combat pressing buttons and hoping for the best. Eventually you gain enough skill to go through the fight scenes knowing what you're doing and feeling good about it, and it kind of plays out like one of the 3 Indiana Jones movies. As you go through the game, you'll come across some levels that have on-rail sections where you're using your revolver against the enemies. Plays out like one of those fun carnival fairs where enemies just pop up from cover and you shoot them. There's even a level with cute little monkeys, an animal I have no history with whatsoever, but feel oddly compelled to mention the appearance of in the game. The puzzles start off pretty simple, like lighting torches to open a door, and then eventually you're controlling the flow of water, like Moses. Of course, Indiana Jones doesn't use his whip just for combat. Ignore that. He also uses the whip to swing over pits and climb up walls. The voice acting's pretty good, especially the guy who does Indiana Jones. He sounds just like Harrison Ford.
Germans? Why are they here?
Except they use the same yell for falling from a great height for every fall. So even from a small height, it's kind of hilarious.
Ah! Ah!
Linda janky combat. Kinda janky combat. I've got Linda here. There's some entertaining on-rail gunplay, decent voice acting, great music as you're chasing down that naughty Nazi who's taken the staff of Moses and he's parted the water. I'll part your hair. So just give it back. Give back Poland. It's not the best Indiana Jones game in the world, and I would play it on the PS2 because the PS2 is easier to fit in the front door than an Xbox. I'd stay away from the Wii version though. It gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Why?
Only a 7.
An 8?
Only an 8.
A 9?
Come on, a 9?
What? There's no hexagon button.
There is now.
Why do you keep cocking your gun? Why not just leave it penised?
That wasn't me.
Wait, that wasn't you? Who was it?
Give your honest score, Dave.
I'm sorry, Wii version. I'm sorry I was so mean to you.
It's okay, Dave. Just finish me later, okay?
Yeah, I will. I promise. It gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Why? Because it's my channel. Subscribe. Thanks again for saving me from that psychopathic PS2 version.
Hey, no worries, Dave. You ready to finish me now?
Of course, friend. Of course. Fuck that shit.